Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Woo! I'm full of water! I say hot tub! Hot! Stay hot tub! Woo! Hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Say hot tub! Rubber dub in the hot tub! Rubber dub with me! Check in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah!
Check in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will it make me wet?
Yeah! Well. Good morning, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Walker, how do you prepare to pay for snow?
This is what you do.
I've had people call me from the NFL, college head coach. They say, well, you got a guy down there that knows how we prepare for snow. We'd like to talk to him.
That's how you do it. You buy a shovel or you buy a dome. One of the two.
Okay.
That's right. Get a dome.
Get a dome.
I told him, he said have snow brought in. They said, we're down in Miami.
Didn't say prepare.
Oh.
It said mitigate, deal with.
Oh, okay. I can have the court report
He doesn't know
play
what
back
mitigate
what you
means.
said.
I can too. It's right there on that little squiggle.
We know what you said. We can have the court report play back what you said.
He is the court reporter.
That's right.
He's going to start on me already, Jason.
Oh, no.
No, I thought that was outstanding.
So do we need to go to Peter Parker, our Peter Parker material yet?
No, not yet. We're going to save that.
Okay.
When we start calling him Spider-Man.
All right.
He won't even show us his leg because he's...
I don't think he has one.
Hey, I would show it to you, but you would never feel the same about yourself.
Does whatever a spider can. Spins a lie any size.
So do we have a mutual nature update this
We
week?
were wearing you out.
Yeah, we thought he
A
was
man
going
in
to get
Tennessee got bit by a spider.
bit by a wolf or clawed by
Yeah,
a
tell us
bear
something good.
or, broke through the
I
ice.
took the 24-hour training up in the mountains, and you go up there, you have a knife, and you're naked. It was cold, yeah, it was cold.
Naked and afraid.
I cut off a tree limb, took some leaves off, and covered myself.
That's where Daniel Boone killed a bar.
I killed a squirrel to cover myself up. But anyway, that the survival thing, I recommend it. I would do it at a younger age than what I did. It was cold. I got used to it, got through with it. I was in the hospital probably 2 days after the training because I wasn't used to the coldness and the way you had to survive 24 hours. It was 21 degrees.
In your leg.
Yeah, it was 21 degrees at night. No, actually during the day, it was 21 degrees on top of the mountain. I worked my way down into the valley where it was actually 36, and that was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. The spider got me. There's no spiders on top of the hill.
I bet. It's 20 degrees.
Spiders got me when we were in
inside.
No, I told you, I think it got me when we were out in the country at that antique store.
Oh, really?
Way back, and it was kind of spooky back there. The guy that owned it had died. I didn't know that. And part of it closed down. No.
Okay.
Maybe he did it. He's revenge.
No,
he got bit by a spider.
He died there probably
That's right.
6 months. His body was still there, but he died there about 6 months ago. But anyway, I think he got on my leg, and we got home at night, and the condo was outstanding. And I just felt something bit me. I just hit my leg, started scratching. I said, God dang. Pulled the pants down, looked, and it was bad. But we didn't go to the doctor there.
He pulled his pants down. It was bad.
It was bad.
I know there's a joke there somewhere.
There's a whole
Stay
bunch
away
of
from it
jokes
so we
there,
can stay on the air.
Yeah. But anyway, if you want to take the natural training up in Gatlinburg, it's something new, something.
So how
just
long
started.
before you got bit till you got to the hospital? Because that's
Next
very
day.
serious. They can cut off legs and limbs and eat your
I don't think it was a brown.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was that.
It was obviously something poisonous.
Oh, yeah.
It was gnarly looking. I mean,
It was bad.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people that had brown recluse that go in and they don't really know it's there, and it starts expanding outwards, and they have to go in and cut out huge pieces of
That's what I told
bones
him.
and legs
It
and graft
spread.
and everything.
Not only right then it was spreading. It was good. It was red and purple. The skin turned red and purple.
So it can get sepsis and go through your bloodstream and go to your heart. That's what kills you.
He don't need to hear it. Please don't say that.
He's a hypochondriac.
Yeah, he's a hypochondriac.
You would already be dead if
I
it was
got to
the
go
case.
home.
I gotta go.
I don't feel good. No, they gave me I wasn't going to go there.
Right.
I wasn't going to go up there. I'm not cutting down their medical staff or anything like that. But
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I said, look, we got the storm coming. We're going to go to Birmingham. We'll go see the doctors there. And that's what we did.
Yeah.
And they gave me some real strong antibiotics, and I was taking those. And they just kind of messed me up. As a matter of fact, I forgot to take them. I took them for about 3 straight days. And then I took one. And you know what? I just thought about that and taking it yesterday or today. I might need to go back and take one.
You should. Just
Well, that's not the way you're supposed to take them. You know, you take them a
Finish
couple
your
of days.
medication.
And That's right, especially if it's an antibiotic, because it totally just doesn't work unless you take it
That's right.
constantly. You take a big boost the first time, and then you every day
Listen to Dr.
approximately at
Wildcat.
the same time.
That's true what you said about the getting the bloodstream and stuff like that. I really didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I did the first few days and I didn't have it. But no, we had a great time. It was down the mountains, like I told Jim, down in downtown Gatlinburg. It was 36 degrees. The sun was out. No one's there.
Yeah.
That's the reason we go, is nobody's there. Now, we've gone different times and had a great time with so many people, and summer is crazy. And we always stay in Pigeon Forge right by Dollywood, this condo on a golf course up there. But what's how to tell you, it was amazing. The day we were down in downtown Gatlinburg, 36 degrees warm. The sun was out, so you had all these clothes on too, so it didn't feel bad because you could go into shops and do all that kind of stuff. But you go on top of that mountain, and you had to be careful getting up the top of it. It was kind of slippery where the sun wasn't hitting the roads.
Right.
You get up there, it's 21 degrees, the sun's out. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah.
That 21 degrees is pretty cold. We had a great time.
Nice, crisp, fresh mountain air zooming through there at 96 miles an hour.
You know what it's like to live up
Oh,
that
yeah.
way.
Oh, yeah. Been up there many a times.
Yeah.
It's cold here today.
Have you ever gone for
It's in
the
the
Christmas
20s.
light, the million light Christmas light thing? Oh, my God. You're missing it,
My buddy
dude.
Jack goes up there for that, him and his family.
That's crazy cool.
Chase Graham, and then he goes with his father-in-law Jack. They go up there for that. That's beautiful. But that's a lot of people there then.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the price is cut in half when we're there.
Really?
The prices are great. Great restaurants. You can get in there and eat. I like the local goat up there. But I was going to tell you something else.
Did you have donuts up there?
No, I actually didn't have one donut. I did have
Bread pudding?
cream pie. No,
Bread
cream
pudding,
pie.
peach cobbler.
Homemade chocolate cake. That's the only two things I had bad. And we left because the storm was coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I didn't want to be up there in the ice and those up that way. So anyway, but you know what's weird? When after I got bit, it was at night, and you go in the bedroom and you're like, I didn't kill that spider. There's a spider or something. I said, I wonder if he's... No, I'm laying there at like 3 in the morning. Is he coming after me again? And you think you feel stuff. You think you hear the door opening, you know.
Your skin starts crawling. You
Yeah.
start
I didn't
scratching,
sleep in it.
smacking Julie.
I
And
didn't sleep in it.
Julie didn't cut you up with a knife and suck the poison out?
No.
Get the Persian out.
Bourbon out and pour a little on there?
Gotta get the Persian.
She was watching some TV show, didn't want to be bothered, or either on her phone. I don't know which one. But anyway, we watched the Indiana Miami National Championship game up there and had the fire going. That was pretty cool. The thing I love there, they have a timer on the fire.
Oh, cool.
You turn it on for an hour.
Right.
It'll burn for an hour. Because it's gas, and they don't want to leave it on burning all day and all night. That's what most people would do. You just turn it on, it stays on for an hour, turn it back on. So it's kind of cool watching the game and fire going, all that kind of stuff. Watching an outstanding football game.
Wow,
by
it's
the way.
really good.
And I want to bow down to the Buckeye boys, the greatest conference in college football, the Big Ten, 3 straight years, national champ.
Should be 4.
I'm
but we're
an
not gonna talk about
SEC
that.
guy. I'm an SEC guy. I keep it real. I will say y'all are second best. The best conference in college football, as far as you know.
Well, it'll be interesting next year. I don't know in the SEC who's going to come out of there with the chance to win.
It's getting ugly. Hey, did y'all watch the Browns-Raven game? Or the Ravens? What game was it? It was on NBC, the most watched divisional round game. That was the Bears.
It wasn't the Browns.
The not the
Broncos.
Rams. Was it the Rams?
No, couldn't have been the Rams.
Who did the
Ravens.
Bears play?
The Bears and the Rams played.
The Bears played the Rams.
That's who it was.
Okay.
That game. Did y'all watch that one?
Yeah, most of it.
There were 45.4 million people watch that game.
Wow.
That was,
Well, you got Chicago and Los Angeles market. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a lot right there.
Plus, they've done a lot of work outside the country. That's why they go to England, Mexico. They got a worldwide draw where college football is just kind of.
We got to copy what they do. They know what they're doing. Anybody that has a day of the week that they own know what they're doing.
God, I hope not.
They do. I mean, I'd rather have some rules.
I used to love watching the fight. It just doesn't move the needle for me anymore. I mean, I follow players. I love the game, so I watch the game.
Here's the thing. I'm kind of like you.
Live and die by the
I grew
games
up in
anymore.
Cleveland, followed the Browns my whole life,
Yeah, I was
still
a
do.
big Bengals fan too.
But all NFL games, and I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not. Games are rigged. I'm not. I'm not that person. But all NFL games eventually come down to the same thing. Okay, he's going to have 2 minutes to go. One team's ahead by 3 or 4 points. The other team's going to come down. The kicker's going to come out and kick a 60-yard field goal, and they're either going to win it or they're going to lose it. And that's what, like, it seems like half the games come down with the same. It's like identical every week. I don't care who you watch.
I hate the penalties, and the illegal contact penalty to me is the most laughable call because they control games that way. I mean, you see a guy get mugged the entire game, and then with 2 minutes left, and Brady's got it, and this guy puts his hand on him one time, they throw a flag, it's automatic first down, so that's a huge penalty by itself.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas.
it just got me very frustrated. And they make calls that I don't even understand sometimes. It sounds like they make it up on the fly, you know? Like, I don't know.
I do enjoy the playoffs. I'll say I can't watch.
I love the athleticism, love the game. We all do. That's why we watch it. But it just, with player movement, and I think that's where we're going to college, you just can't get too attached to a team anymore.
College football is ruined.
It's big.
They have ruined college football.
Just the Clemson Ole Miss stuff that we'll talk about later. It was just, that's just.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Did you watch that interview with Dabo? I thought he did an unbelievable job. The way, I mean, it's like talking to a lawyer. I mean, he was like talking to a judge and a jury. Had it planned out. This happened at this time, this date, this time. I mean, everything detailed out. If they don't do anything to Ole Miss, then what are we doing?
Well, I don't think they can, because if they do, they have to do it to every single college in the country, because every single, Pete Golding isn't the only guy out there doing that, and I think agents and these agents aren't even registered with an organization where they're vetted or anything. And that was the most crazy thing to me, was that the agent was extorting Dabo to get the text messages so he could share them. Like, I'll give you the text messages if you get or pay $1 million. Like, that's extortion.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? That's what college football has become. I mean, we used to go from, we're trying to build young men up and get them an education, to this. Like,
teach them for life, get them prepared for life.
What are we preparing these kids for now?
Congress?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
That's true.
It's
That
a trickle-down effect, man. The federal government's out of control and everything else is out of control. It's
George
crazy.
Soros wants you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hush. I appreciate everybody praying for my grandson yesterday. Johnny was been really sick, and I hope he's doing better. And now I'll find out Lorelai's sick. Golly, it's late, and all of them.
When you got kids, if one gets sick, they usually all get sick.
Yeah, and you watch them, you usually get sick also.
Yeah. Right.
But this year's flu is bad, man. Some bad stuff.
Everybody's been sick that I know. I mean, whether you got it bad, a little bit, or you just got knocked down, everybody's been sick at some point.
Yeah, wash your hands, clean the mics.
Take some
come here,
vitamin
expect the
C,
mics to be
zinc.
clean. Were your mics clean today?
No.
Come to Max to get some immune.
My mics were. Was your mic clean today?
Not yet.
I had to ask for
Give him
mine.
the signal, Wildcat.
Yeah.
Mine's clean.
Speaking of sickness, seriously, before I even do that, I got to tell you something else. After breaking news, Julie just finished her speech. We can go pick. I'm going to leave. I'll go pick her up at Arnold. She just got through giving her acceptance speech to the Hall of Fame.
But she mentioned you, unlike some other person.
I mentioned.
You did not. Don't lie. You did not.
After you forgot.
I want to thank everybody.
And then back in Lake Wales.
I forget somebody.
On Spook Hill.
I had to take the mic away from Steve Moss like 3 times. I got to remember something else. But anyway, I'm so proud and so happy. We stopped at Pepper's on Back Beach Road. It's called Panama City Beach Parkway. It's right by Arnold High School where the TG Fridays used to be. We went there, a bunch of us went in there after Julie's thing at Arnold, and we had a great time. Food was outstanding. The margaritas were the biggest I've ever seen, my God. And draft beer, they got all kinds of specials and stuff like that. Anyway, we go in there. We're having a wonderful time. Talk to the lady, and she signed up. She's sponsoring with us now.
Nice.
Peppers. Go check it out. Mexican food like you would not believe. I got all the. Let me find my notes here. They got great drink specials there, as Thomas Ray can tell you.
The peppers are all over the place, aren't they?
The other one in town
too.
The one in town's over there by the Holiday Inn, not far from the Holiday Inn over there, across the street from the.
Well, it used to be the mall.
What is that street? I didn't know that 70. What's it?
77?
77?
77.
Yeah, the Peppers on 77. And you got the Peppers right here on beautiful Panama City Beach. Go check it out. We know you're going to love Monday. Now, listen to this. All you military guys for lunch and dinner on Monday, go to Peppers Military Day with a 10% discount. Buy one, get one free every day. House margaritas, draft beer, I guess that's what she has. Yeah, draft beer. Now, I thought it was buy two, get one free. I don't know about, I got to double check that. But go check it out. I guarantee the food's incredible. Matter of fact, we're going to be there Thursday night. Come visit with us Thursday night at Peppers on beautiful Panama City Beach, or the one in town. Now, we're talking about all this sickness going on. A lot of sickness going on. Jason, you can help with that. We're around some people who've been sick. We take zinc, and I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, you can still get sick taking all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I guarantee it's not as bad and you recover quicker. I know that for a fact. I take the immune and I take the zinc. And sometimes I forget the immune, but I always take that zinc.
Right. Well, it helps build up your immune system so you have a fighting chance to fight it off. That doesn't mean you won't get sick, but it means that the symptoms won't be as drastic and as harsh. So I got sick this year, but it was an earache and sore throat for maybe 2 days, but I continuously take my vitamins, my zinc.
Clean better.
That, and I do eat pretty well, so.
Yeah, you do.
But we have
a lot of will.
Right now, we have immune at 20% off. So if you want to kind of help, boost your immune system, that's exactly what it's made for, to help fight off any viruses or sicknesses. You can come down to either Max Fit, just mention this on the radio, and you get 20% off. We still have our free sample bar at both locations, our proteins, pre-workouts, vitamins. We got a really good sport formula vitamin. That's a raw powder. A lot of these vitamins people are taking, especially from Publix and Costco and CVS and stuff like that. They're infused.
Throw it away.
It's in a tablet. It's not a raw powder. It's not doing anything for you. It's just going through the system. So come down, try out the sport formula. This guy works with a lot of professional athletes and teams, and it really takes to the body. Helps with, especially younger guys that are trying to help maintain muscle. They have amino acids. They got digestive enzymes, help break down your food, but really, really, really high quality vitamins and greens too.
I challenge everybody out there. You go by one of these stores, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Buy the Immune. Take it for 3 months and see if you want to take it the rest of the time. I guarantee you might get a little sick, but you're going to recover like you wouldn't believe. Nothing like somebody that's not taking it.
Especially during flu season when it gets cold like this.
Everything you need naturally is in there. It's natural.
Yeah, and it's really, really a good quality product. It's from NutriBio. NutriBio is one of the best companies out there. They independently test all their products. They actually have a website called checkmysubs.com. You can go in there. You can upload the lot numbers on your bottle. Then you can check and see exactly what's been tested and what's in the product. So
we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. It's time to move off LeBron at some point in the next calendar year. And LeBron's never been loyal to teams. This is not a Derek Jeter situation. This is not Magic or Kobe. LeBron's easier to move off. This new ownership group, they have no loyalty to it.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 49 with a brisk wind at 8 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 36. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a gentle breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 55 and partly sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
contractors, when your job site needs materials fast, trust the local team that delivers. Mid-South Lumber Company brings you reliable job site delivery, in-house credit, and competitive pricing on everything from lumber to doors, windows, and more. Plus, their unmatched customer service has your back through every step of the build, making ordering, delivering, and the whole process easier for you. Support local. Build with Mid-South Lumber Company. Mid-South Lumber in Panama City on 11th Street or on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Mothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. This is the Wildcat Network, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I want to go back to talk about one of my favorite places, the legendary J. Michaels Restaurant. Matter of fact, live from J. Michaels Studios on Tuesdays. They close on Mondays. He's never done that before. They close on Monday, and I hate it, but it is what it is. They'll be opening back up soon, every day of the week. But they have done something different that's been pretty popular. They, on today's specials, black beans quesadilla. Now, also on Tuesdays, you can buy a chicken sandwich. Take a buddy. If you ever had one, you know what I'm talking about. You buy one, and if you got a buddy with you, he wants one also. You got your wife, your girlfriend, or Wildcat with you. You pay for full price for one sandwich. The other sandwich is half price. So that's a pretty good deal right there. Now, on Wednesdays at J. Michaels Restaurant, the legendary J. Michaels, the world-famous J. Michaels spaghetti, we all know about that. But their roast beef sandwich is unbelievable. It's the biggest sandwich you get anywhere. We always see people ordering it. It's outstanding. So take a buddy you work with. You love those roast beef sandwiches. Get one. The next one is half price. So you're saving money big time. Jambalaya is back. They're going to have that on Thursday, but they also have the burger special going on Thursday. They got the best hamburgers, cheeseburgers in the state. I'm telling you, the seasoning, what they do there is incredible. I had one Sunday. It's just unbelievable. Buy one, get another one half price off. You can't beat this stuff, man. And then on Friday, they got the crisp fish, which is really healthy, grilled fish over bed of rice, peppers, onions, mushrooms, special sauce, really healthy, really good. That's a very popular one. They also have on Friday special boiled shrimp. Get an order, full price, then I get another one for half price. This is a great thing. You got a bunch of guys you work with, you got 2 or 3 people you work with, go down there, take advantage of these things.
You're saying you take me to lunch again?
Your mic's breaking up. I couldn't hear you. Yeah. Jason, I don't care what it costs. I would do that for you. I really would. I just can't go this week. My leg hurts.
I bet.
Have your people call his people.
Yeah,
that's right. We'll do lunch.
Anyway, I want to get back to the playoff games, Jim. You were talking about how much money these guys make, and they can't make a decision that you wouldn't make or I wouldn't make. And speaking of the highest, Andy Reid's the highest paid coach in the NFL. He used to be Bill Belichick. Andy Reid makes $20 million a year to coach in the NFL. $20 million a year.
Sounds like one of them Georgia high schools.
Yeah, like a high school coach in Georgia. Sean Payton, the guy we were talking about, we were kind of both upset about this decision. I bet you right now you wish you could go back and change it. We knew that weather report was going to be really bad the second half. They missed the 2 field goals in the bad weather second half. He's the second highest paid coach in the NFL. He makes $18 million a year. And I did look up your 2 boys, the brothers. John makes $17 million, and that was with the Ravens. I don't know what he's going to make with the Giants. I think he's going to make $19. I'm not sure about that. And Jim makes $16 million. So he came out smelling like a rose.
You think?
You leave a program
in shambles
and go make $16 million.
Get barred from the game for your lifetime,
but he came out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So did Jesse Minner.
Yeah,
There's
all of them
another
did.
Mike McDonald.
Anybody that was on that staff
Mike
did, except the ones that got
McDonald was
arrested,
another one.
which was like 7 of them.
There's 2 guys who are on that staff that are NFL head coaches right now.
I know.
Like you say, you think they came out smelling well?
Yeah, just win, baby. Do whatever you got to do. Y'all, and you get mad at Pete Golding, just win.
I'll say this: Michigan came out smelling like a rose. When you talk about Kyle Whittingham, I always thought if he was at a big program that he'd be dangerous, and now we're about to see what he can do.
Let me ask you both this: do you know 2 brothers that make $33 million a year?
No, I don't know anybody that makes that. I don't hang
2
out
brothers. And brothers doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that because one is they're Michigan people? Is that what it is?
I doubt it. They're NFL guys, and their dad was an NFL guy, so.
Yeah. But you can go back to talk about that decision not to go. He went for it instead of kicking the field goal. We'll talk about that.
The thing that gets me, and it's not just pro guys, it's college coaches too. They make these bazillions of dollars, and I think they have to be edgy or have the answer for in all situations. You know, what does the analytics say? I don't care what the analytics said. You got your backup quarterback. You're already ahead 7-0. You know in the second half, because you're playing at home. You don't think your weather people told you, hey, coach, it's going to be bad second half. You know, just keep that in mind. He kicks that field goal there. He's up 10-0.
Right.
With his backup quarterback, with the best defense in the NFL, statistically, most sacks. And no, I'm going to go for it. He gets stopped, and then he ends up losing 10-7. There was 1 field goal the whole second half. I don't think there was like 5 first downs the whole second half by either team combined. I couldn't believe it. It's like, what are you doing? Stop trying to be so smart. Stop trying to be edgy and on the cutting edge, and just do what makes the most sense. I just don't get it.
We've been talking about this for like 7 years, but where has the analytics of going for it on 4th down really helped the team? I don't remember. I just remember them failing miserably, and like it's so taboo to now go for it on 4th and 2 and 4th and 3 when taking the points, playing defense has always worked.
Especially
it's always
in that situation.
Especially in the playoffs, because points are at a premium. These defenses are elite. They have elite players. That's why they're there in college playoffs and NFL playoffs. Take the points, play some defense, punt the ball when you need to, play field position. It's won every single year I've watched, and now these analytics, the Lane Kiffins and everybody, to me, I think they fail more than they succeed.
Yeah, they're great. It happened yesterday, 43 years ago. They're great when Paul Bear Bryant passed away 43 years ago. He always took the points. He always punted the ball. He rarely went for it on his side of the field. He believed in defense, field position, and look, he was the wing at his time. He was the winningest coach in college football history. I mean, I'm with you guys. Play the field position, take the points, and they, good and well, they knew the weather was coming in the second. They know they're prepared.
That's what I'm saying.
Wildcat, they're prepared for the snow. Okay, they are prepared.
God.
Maybe they weren't.
Maybe they had a shovel, right?
Yeah.
And they had a grounds crew.
They had those blowers you were pissed off about.
Had a grounds crew, yeah.
He went off yesterday. He went off on that. Let's take this phone call. Good morning, sir. Who is this?
David Beck.
David, what's up, big guy?
I got thinking about something I wanted to talk to you about, see if y'all might know the answer. Is a contract, when you sign a contract, isn't it that legal bind and it's legal?
Not anymore.
Locked in. I couldn't, but do y'all know much about what's going on between Ole Miss and Clemson?
See, that's what I was upset about yesterday, was that if you sign a contract, give your word, shake a hand, then no matter what, that contract has to be honored legally.
Well, this is the problem now. There's buyouts in these contracts. So they say his buyout's $2 million. LSU or Ole Miss or whoever can go in there and pay the buyout and now renegotiate another contract. So that's what's happening at Duke. That's what's happening with Mensa, the quarterback. But tampering's illegal, so he signed. He's in class. They're texting him while he's in class. Hey, what's your buyout?
That happened in Alabama too.
Yeah. So that is illegal according to the rules. But who's policing the game?
All right, let me ask you this.
Know who that is.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to NIL. Is the NIL contracts? They're not with Clemson. They're not with Alabama. They're not with Ohio State. So it's not like you broke a contract with those schools, correct?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Yeah, that's the way it was intended. Now, who knows in reality?
But is he getting paid NIL or is he getting paid for the revenue sharing? Because the revenue sharing is from the school.
Well, I think what we're talking about now with Clemson, I thought it was NIL.
It might be.
It was NIL.
Okay.
So revenue sharing, yeah, that is definitely with the universities. But if they sign a contract, NIL contract, that's through
a collective.
Even though it's run through the school, it's not. I don't think it's tied to the school.
No, it's through like collectives. I mean, I don't know if they have to be registered, if they're legally binding. I don't know. I know they're trying to put language in there, but there are buyouts, and that's where this kind of, there's an out.
So, David, I don't think anything, hell, I don't think anything in our country's right anymore.
It's unreal. I bet you Dabo is having a poop.
Oh, yeah. We talked about yesterday, I could see him getting out of coaching within the next 2 years. He doesn't need the money.
What's the point? He hated the transfer portal NIL anyway, so he goes, signs the linebacker, thinks he's in class, and then some guy comes and poaches him because what are we doing?
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, if you had two guys, Kirby and Dabo, you have a son you want to play and learn life lessons and be successful, go play for Dabo. He's a good guy, man. I don't care what anybody says. He's a great man.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why I told John Hicks the other day, he was at a flag football game in Lynn Haven. I said, John, you and Dabo, they'll favor. I said, you ought to go out and coach. He said, I have had an offer, but they couldn't do it. He said they couldn't do it. It's too much headaches.
Yeah.
I think they're driving
all this.
I think they're driving the good men out of the sport with the way it's being run. I mean, it's just, look at Saban. He saw what was coming. I mean,
smart.
Yeah. Why would you want to deal with all this mess? I mean, you got guys texting your players in class. This guy was enrolled at Clemson in class, and they poached him.
All you got to do is go hire coaches that have connection with players. Maybe their fathers are filthy millionaires and billionaires and things like that.
That's a good.
Just get an edge. Just
smart.
Be illegal and get things. We'll talk about that sometime today. You know what Ohio State did, Dave? They went and hired a coach, and who's his papa? What's his papa own?
FedEx.
Owns FedEx.
He's only worth $6 billion.
He's only worth $6 billion. Yeah,
I saw 10, but
yeah, whatever. Yeah, I guess if you want a player, you could, NIL would be pretty nice at pretty nice at Ohio State. It's out of control. I blame the Big Ten. They started all this mess. Destroying conferences, buying players, taking players from the great state of Alabama, stay up north. It's just sad what's happened.
What gets me is, this stuff has been going on. It's been under the table, been going on, but out in the open, it's only been happening, a year or two?
About 2 or 3 years.
Two or three.
Just imagine what it was going to be like 10 years from now.
I got a feeling. I think it's going to blow up. I don't think it can continue like this. I think something's going to. Sooner or later, people are going to go. We're not going to go support it.
Well, billionaires are billionaires because they make smart investments.
Right.
They're
Why
not
would you
getting
keep doing that?
a return on their investment. These are super fans that have a lot of disposable income that are just like, you know what? Like Indiana just won a national championship. I don't see Mark Cuban being there in 10 years, giving millions and millions and just flushing it down the toilet.
Well, it's something new, something we thought would never happen in our lifetime. Indiana winning that? Are you kidding me? But it did, and it was. Look at the TV rate. They were the king, man. If you go, I got it around somewhere. Every game Indiana was involved in. They weren't Alabama, weren't Ohio State. Indiana, the highest ranked games watched.
Yep. And they had like 22 million.
Now they did play Ohio State, Alabama, so it kind of helped. Kind of helped them. But hey, Dave, we got to take a break, Big Daddy. How's you been doing good?
Yeah. One more thing I was going to tell you about. A short thing. You was talking about the spiders a while ago.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's sister lived in Texas. She was bit by a brown recluse below the knee. The infection got to her bone. They cut her knee off.
Wow.
Cut her leg off, excuse me. And she kept fighting the infection. It got into her bone system around her knee. Well, they amputated the leg below the knee, and 2 years later, they amputated it again above the knee. 2 years after that, she passed away from the infection.
That's
from
crazy.
a brown recluse.
I got to go home.
Yeah, he's getting the bone saw right now.
Grab him, Jason. I got a pocket
I'm going to go take those antibiotics I quit taking now. I don't think it was a brown one. I don't. It was a poison spider. They said the brown. And I said, we didn't see it. We don't know.
Right.
But I've never seen things spread so quickly and look that color. What it did to the skin.
Well, I hope you get it. I hope it don't get infected, and I hope you work it out.
Well, David, the key to me to surviving, I think everybody knows this, is immune and zinc. I went to Maxfield Sports Nutrition. That kept me alive.
Ooh, man. Okay. Well, good to talk with you. And, yeah, y'all have a great day. Watch the snow, guy. Here we're going to get it.
All right, buddy. You have a great day, man. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Love y'all, too. Y'all
Thanks,
take
man.
care. Appreciate what you do.
All right, thank you. Let's talk about some of our great people, man. We just talked about the legendary Jay Michaels. We talked about Peppers. Well, since we're talking about restaurants, let's talk about Pat Perno. Pat's looking good, isn't he?
Oh, he's looking good.
I told him to go to Maxfield Sports Nutrition. What happened? Look at his body.
I see him like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's feeling better.
Yeah,
he's going.
He looks as good as a Wildcat.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
Yeah, let's not push
not
it.
everybody can get like Wildcat.
That's
now.
right.
You should see him yesterday. He had a black turtleneck sweater, this nice coat on.
Wildcat did?
Yeah, I was like, "What do you got going on today?" Huh? Nothing. I can't talk about it.
I was job hunting. That's what I was.
Can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. So anyway, he looked good. But you know, Pat owns Beef O'Brady's in Lynnhaven, city commissioner over there. What's going on these? It seems like every other day is either Lynnhaven, Panama City, something's going on in these. Anyway,
I'm not going to say
Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. Go check it out. You'd be glad you did. The food's incredible. Go watch all the NFL games. Well, the Super Bowl's coming up, not this Sunday, but Sunday week. NBA, and pretty soon it'll be college baseball coming on and professional baseball. Can't wait for that. Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. We're already over in Lynnhaven. I love Russ and Amber. Let's go see them.
Hey, they are ready for the big day being Valentine's Day, February the 14th. That's just a day before my birthday, by the way. And they have got their new selection out. And you can also design something one of a kind. Shut up, you guys.
I'm not getting
You can get something designed one of a kind and really make her feel special. So you've got time to do that. And if you're a little short on cash, then you can take your old gold, old silver. It's at an all-time high. They will purchase it from you, give you the best price, get your current jewelry inspected and cleaned, all that and much, much more at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77.
You know what he's doing.
Lynnhaven.
He mentioned that in his birthday.
Yeah.
He wants something.
You mean my birthday on February 15th? Did I mention that?
No. You might as well not have.
I'm sorry.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. You know, the Rams moving forward, the big question is going to be about Matthew Stafford, and Sean McVay did not want to hear that question.
Do you expect Matthew Stafford to be back next season?
Yeah, if he still wants to play, the hell kind of question is that?
I don't think it's a silly question.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Are you thinking of doing a fundraiser? Well, Krispy Kreme Donuts next to HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan says, let's raise some dough. Earn up to 50% profit with a Krispy Kreme fundraiser in-shop or online. So let's raise some dough. At Krispy Kreme Donuts next to HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay-down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro gun, pro flag, and pro peace shot.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State.
Florida. Welcome back. I want to thank you for the Florida State update brought to you by John and Charlotte McVeigh. I love them. Wonderful people. Charlotte always giving back. She gave a load of money away, by the way. But get it to one of the four newbies. Have a great time. Glenn's favorite is newbies over there in St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. It's a great place to go. They got a fire pit. They got everything you think of out there to enjoy yourself. But, of course, Newbies Two on the Curve, that's where you can watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership like you know you will, especially on the weekends. The best entertainment Southeast. Thank you, Charlotte, for everything you do for our community. And John. Jim Bob, what do you got?
All right, we live in a brave new world of college athletics. And this doesn't particularly 100% Florida State, but it's about a Florida State person. Okay? Our boy Dion's in the news again. The gift that never stops giving. Thank you. He's always got something going. He recently, and I'm looking at him online here, he instituted at Colorado. And the reason I mention it, what if he came to Florida State? Maybe this is part of the problem. Maybe they need to do this at Florida State.
You take away my thunder. I had a whole damn segment.
I actually agree with
this.
I love that he's doing this.
But anyway, I've seen this kind of stuff at pro sports, you know, baseball, football, forever. You know, you do something crazy, you miss, like in baseball, you miss a sign, they fine you $5 or something.
He played NFL. He's copying what, he's smart.
He has instituted a system of fines, F-I-N-E-S, fines. Money, cash money, for the players at Colorado. And here's, I'm not going to read, there's like 10 of them. I'm not going to read them all. I'm just going to read some of them. All right, late to practice, $500. No show to practice, $2,500. Late to meeting for a film session, $400. No show for meeting or film session, $2,000. Late to strength and conditioning workout, $1,000. And violation of team rules can be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. And there's about 7, 8, 9 different categories he's got there. Here's my connection. Obviously, if you're going to, as a coach, if you're going to institute stuff like this, obviously there's a serious problem. There's got to be something going on that he wants to nip in the bud. And this isn't about Colorado, but let's say he would come to Florida State. Could you see something like this going to Florida State? Could he do something like this in Tallahassee,
Absolutely,
Florida?
he could.
Hey, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I didn't play in this era where I had $500 probably the whole 4 years I was in college, combined. But
that laundry money didn't add up to that.
All right, let's go back. You brought up something great right there. I'm glad you brought that up. Back in the old days when we played, you never were late to a meeting. You never missed weightlifting.
It just didn't happen.
You were there 10 minutes before it started. That's where you learned self-discipline at college. Because what they did to you, you'd be 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning out, no matter if it's raining, lightning, cold.
They called it dawn patrol.
You were out there and you ran all kind of drills for 60 minutes. You threw up. They made it so hard for you that you wanted to quit or never come back or never screw up. So that's what those scholarships were. You had a scholarship, you had hit a home run. You had it made. They threatened to take away your scholarships back in the day. Those coaches had more power over you than anybody.
Right.
They were like your. I don't know what word to use, but they were unbelievable. You did what they said. You tried to please
trimming
them.
the fat. I mean,
they made you a man.
They're going to get rid of you in one way. They're going to make you quit. And if you don't, then guess what? You came out a better man.
So obviously,
they built men.
Obviously, at Colorado, this kind of stuff has gone on.
And he's trying to solve it.
And he's trying to nip it in the bud.
I respect him for that.
Yeah,
I do too. It's kind of
Deion Sanders.
But the fact that it's come to this in college athletics is just shocking to me. The one thing and two things I took away from that: A, there's actually guys missing practices. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Exactly.
I mean, he'd be gone. You think about Bear Bryant, Woody Hayes, those guys would be off the team immediately. If you didn't show up for practice, that's a no bueno.
Wouldn't happen a second time.
And second, what if you're a third string offensive lineman that's only making $5,000? You better show up because a $2,500 fine's half your NIL. I mean, I mean, not every guy's making $100,000, $200,000.
I'm glad you said that because they're not all multi-gazillionaires. They're not.
Not all of them. There's some guys that are walking on that just want a spot that you got to fill roster spots with now.
That's what I hated about the NIL. I was like Spurrier said way back in the day. They told him to more or less shut up way back in the day. He even said way back then that we ought to be playing to pay or something, $1,000 a game,
right?
Something. We got to give these guys something more than what they're getting now, just a scholarship. Look at the money we're making, and nobody listened to him. If they listened to him, he might not be where we're at now. But being hungry is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sacrificing is a good thing. Learning disciplines and control and things of that nature is what makes you successful. And you used to learn that playing college football, college basketball, baseball, all those different sports. Now those things are over. Hell, a kid now tell you, I'm not doing that. I'll just transfer and I'll go to Auburn. I'll go to Alabama.
$5 million by the time you're 20. Why would you care? I mean,
and I guarantee you, they're going to do a study one day. They look at the money these guys made and look how long it lasts them.
Right.
I'll give you to me, one of the best examples of this is Carson Beck. So online, there's these jokes about does Carson Beck go to class? He hadn't gone to a class in 2 years. In 2 years. Okay, here's my thing. Where's the line drawn where you're a student, even if you're taking classes online, you don't physically go to the class, to a classroom, but you're enrolled and you're doing some work towards some end. Like you're online. He said, I haven't taken a class in 2 years.
Yeah.
And he made, listen to this, $6 million. Now, Carson Beck's never going to make that in the NFL as a rookie. $6 million, there's no way. He probably won't even be drafted. He'll be like a seventh round pick.
He'll probably try to stay somewhere.
Or a free agent somewhere. It's like, you got the cart pulling the horse here, man.
That's why I don't understand why Ty Simpson's entering the draft. He can make $4 or $5 million next year. He'll never make.
He could have gone to Miami.
Exactly.
He could have gone to Miami.
Miami would have taken him in a heartbeat and given him $5-6 million. I mean, these guys are making more money in 1 year in the college than they'll make in their entire career in the NFL right now.
I want to go back to winter workouts at Southern Mississippi when we were 2-9. we got beat out of BYU 69-21. We lost to Alabama, Auburn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Pat Dye was coach of East Carolina. They physically, the score wasn't as bad, but they almost killed us 35 to whatever it was. So they tried to run the entire team off. They tried to get everybody, they're going to find out who wanted to play, and they started signing more players, get rid of these guys, get more guys in. I don't know how it was you, but you'd have 3 lines. You'd break down to do the agility drills, all these different agility drills. If one of the 3 lines, one guy's knees weren't perfectly, the back wasn't straight, everything, hands on the knee, if everything wasn't completely perfect in those 3 lines, you went through the entire drill, then they would say, no, it wasn't right. And you'd be like, God dang, what the hell happened? And they would say, then after everything was done, the 3rd line, so-and-so wasn't broke down. They don't tell you till you get through all the hard work. You're about to throw up, and it didn't count. They add on more work. That stuff, man, you learned to listen and to do what they told you to do, and you didn't. You're going to pay for it. I don't think they're getting that anymore. They don't run tough practice. We used to have 2-a-days.
You can't.
We don't have 2-a-days anymore.
If a kid feels like he's being wrong, then he could just leave.
Thank God the military. I hope our military never gets soft like that, like we're making these players soft.
It definitely has. I've talked to many people in the military.
And I go back and say this. I wouldn't care if every one of these universities go, you know what? We're not going to have this anymore. You want to come play football in Ohio State, Alabama, you come play.
Right.
It's open for the students. We're not going to give scholarships anymore.
No, just make it the minor leagues. And
you know what? I'd go watch it.
Right.
I'd rather have somebody out there, they do it the old way, teaching these guys self-discipline, work ethic, loyalty, and all the great things that make you a great person that they've destroyed.
Well, definitely no loyalty.
They
reward you by doing the wrong things.
Right.
But who or what is going to rein this in? Who's got the legal and sports know-how.
Hold your thoughts. We got to take a break. I want to thank John Sharp for the FSU update. Hey, skin cancer can be deadly. 1 in 5 develop it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go see Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Guys, incredible. If you're listening now, there's an office near you. Also, don't forget about that Cajun place, one of the best places to go get some great food. Super Bowl Sunday, that's a great place to go watch the game right there. 50-cent wings, $5 pictures, the legendary That Cajun place on Thomas Drive. You'll be glad you went. We'll be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
You got to give it up. They are the ones who won the AFC, and they deserve all their flowers. But lighting up the Empire State Building for them? No, that's a building too far. What the hell?
Careful what you wish for.
What the hell, Empire State Building?
Everybody want the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl this year, and what happened?
Yeah, right.
Have the Patriots come back.
Right. I told you were going to miss the Chiefs.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 49 with a brisk wind at 8 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 36. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a gentle breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 55 and partly sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 2.99% APR on a new Camry. Named the best new model by Kelly Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offer ends February 2nd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Jim and I were talking earlier. We weren't able to mention it before we got rolling here. I apologize. It's a true story, and it will make you cry. And so I don't think he'll get mad at us bringing it up, but the life story of Wildcat, it was incredible.
From banjo to
banjo to radio stardom.
Everything you've done, overcome. You ever watch the movie Sling Blade? Go watch it. It's what he did.
That's really about Wildcat.
He was a little
really
boy.
about Wildcat. It was
like a mustard
fried taters. But
They mean
you've
that
been through
boy.
a lot, my friend. I'll tell you what.
Actually, I like mayonnaise on my hot dogs. That's another story for another time.
Yeah, they did add some things in there that probably didn't happen, I'm sure, but whatever. We're talking about the NIL and how college football's changed, the lack of discipline you see. You know, you sign a school, you know your role, you stay there, and you wait your turn to play. You support the guy that's in front of you. You want him to do really well. Those are things we were taught in college. Never give up, never give in, never quit. Those days are down the chute. I mean, they used to work you to death. They don't do that anymore. But if NIL was done the right way, and yes, it is a tax write-off. It's advertisement. Just say like the NFL. If you're not a great player, a pantyhose company would not come after you like they did Joe Namath back in the day. That money did not go through the Jets, and the Jets set it up some way. That money went from they look at a team, and these are the guys that we want to use their name, like, and image to make us money. Right. Say, let's just use Pepsi or Coke or whatever. There's a great player.
Remember the Mean Joe Green commercials?
Yeah, there you go. Steelers. The Coke saw that. They was value for them, their products. They want them to sell their products. They get a tax write-off on that money they spent on that also. That's what it was supposed to be. That's what NILs. But no, what they did, they get all the money together and they buy players.
It's pay to play.
It's pay to play. That's not what NIL is supposed to be.
Nope.
That's the reason we got to copy, and I've said it how many years now, we got to copy the NFL. You got to hire them as employees, and you got to get rid of this NIL the way it is now. It shouldn't come to a collective, and then the way they're doing it now. That's not what it was meant to be. Now, they have to have revenue sharing, whatever you want to give the players. SEC, Big Ten is going to be able to give them the most amount of money. As a freshman, you get X amount. Sophomore, X amount. Junior, X amount. And senior, you get the most. Every year, the longer you stay, the more you get. And you get them under contract either for a year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, whatever to be determined. You would think if you care about the kids' education whatsoever, I think it should be a 3-year contract. That's just me. Because now a lot of people get through school in 3 years if you go year-round like they're doing.
They can.
And how many guys are graduating now from school? Hardly any. How many guys are going to class? Hardly any. So they can make these things happen. And what are they waiting for? The Congress to do something? Some kind of...
What's in it for them? That's what they're waiting for.
I don't think would ever say this in my lifetime, but I actually feel bad for the NCAA right now because every time they go to court, they lose. And they were trying to enforce some rules, and they get laughed out of court.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the answer is at this point. It's kind of like throw your hands up in the air and just see how it plays out. But there's nobody running college football. You see and I hate to keep going back to this, to Pete Golding, Clemson, that's a clear violation. That's clear tampering. That's in the rules by the NCAA. And nobody's going to do anything about it because every team's doing it. And
to go back to NIL, if they did it the right way, you wouldn't see all these players getting all this type of money. It'd be a few off each team, the big superstars,
the
making the money.
The Jeremiah Smiths, those guys get signed by Adidas.
But everybody else would be getting
something.
They would be getting revenue share,
like $5 to $10,000 a month or something like that from the school.
What we got. We got zero.
Right.
We didn't get anything.
If you can't live off $10,000 a month, you're doing something wrong.
And that way, you still can have the discipline, teach the kids how to live life the right way. The coaches are still in charge, still have the power. You can't transfer out. You gave your word. This is where you want to play. Make sure before you sign this thing to keep your word. This is where you really want to play. Don't go play for the coach. Go play for the school. That's what you used to tell us. Your coach might get fired. You might take another job. So you better really love Southern Mississippi or Florida State, Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Ohio State, whoever it is. And then old days, everybody wanted to go play for Bobby Bowden at Florida State. They want to go play for Woody Hayes at Ohio State, Alabama, Bear Bryant, or Saban, whoever. I miss those days. But throw all that out. What we're producing as people is what I miss.
Yeah.
The self-discipline, the work ethic, the never give up, never quit, wait your turn, do what's right. Those things are over. And you know what? So what? In the old days, those coaches left. They made a lot. You don't think Bear Bryant was rich and powerful back then? Woody Hayes, they made good money. Come on. And they could have left and gone take other jobs. It was, they just screwed up the NIL deal.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
It's just not NIL. It's not what it was meant to be for. So.
No. Let's go back to Dabo. I love the way he spelled everything out, how organized he was. And you listen to it, how in the world can the NCAA not go in there and do something to Ole Miss?
All right, can I jump in?
Yes.
How can the NCAA not do anything about Michigan? They spent 4 years investigating it, but spent bazillions of dollars, and when it all comes down to, you give us some money and we'll let it make it all go away.
The crazy thing about that is they had the Sharon Moore text between him and his subordinates and all that stuff, and they just we're not going to deal with that. And the guy ended up threatening her with a knife and going to jail. And 4 of those guys went to jail. I mean, 3 of them are banned from college football, and they're
2 of them are now head coaches.
We
in the
can't
NFL.
punish them. It's just we're seeing the crumbling of what we all fell in love with what college football used to represent, which is every one of us has a tie to the school that we love, whether it's the state we were living in, whether we went to the school, whether we grew up or parents grew up loving that school, and it's really hard to root for these teams now because we lost 30 guys, brought 35 guys in. I don't know who their names are. I don't know where some of them are fourth-year seniors, and now they're coming in.
You used to follow those guys for 3 or 4 years.
That's the reason I watch the NFL now, is just to follow the Ohio State guys, see how they're doing. The C.J. Strouds, Henderson's playing in the Super Bowl now, so I follow that. But now it's almost come like the NBA, where these super teams are getting built from these kids here and
there. Well, look what they're doing now. Look what Alabama did. I'm also going to talk about that a little bit when we go into the next segment, but we got a professional player, and
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's to me. There's no way you can justify that.
Let me ask you this: so
you made $5 million, buddy. Isn't that good? And you can't live on $5 million bucks.
But he went to and played in a professional league. So what's keeping C.J. Stroud, who left a year early for the NFL, to say, I got 1 year eligibility left. Maybe I just want to go back and win a Super Bowl at 27 years old. Let me go back and play one more year at Ohio State. Right. What's keeping anybody? What rules are being enforced, and by who is the biggest question?
Yeah. I really think the Big Ten and the SEC are going to break off and do their own thing.
I really liked what Sankey said, that said if they're not going to enforce these rules, we're going to have to break off and form our own enforcement, whatever organization, which they have to have. This is insane what we're doing here.
If they want to save it.
Yeah.
It's like me. I'm not even excited about next year like I used to be about college football. And I think a lot of people the same way. They're like, man, everybody you talk to, I don't care what age it is, they're ruining this.
They really have.
You get a great player and you think, oh my God, we're going to be good in a couple of years. Those days are,
maybe.
You don't have any idea.
Some oil billionaire from Texas Tech goes in there. I like that guy right there. Let me take him from Alabama.
That's what Ole Miss just did to Clemson.
So does Oregon with Phil Knight, Nike money. I mean, if we're just going to say, okay, the richest guy's going to buy the best team, then who cares about coaching, recruiting, all that stuff doesn't mean a darn thing anymore.
All right, I tell you what does mean a darn thing. That Turpo Pest Control, they're incredible. Patrick, you can't get more local than that. His daughter's gorgeous, unbelievable cheerleader at Mosley High School. Son, a great athlete, great family, great local guy. Turpo Pest Control,
and
they'll come out
how to kill spiders.
Yes, you don't have to worry about spiders biting you. Turpo Pest Control, they'll come out and get a game plan. They know what they're doing. We'll be prepared for snow. They'll get ready to go. That yard will look absolutely beautiful. And then if you got bugs in the house, you got a spider in there, you won't for long if you call Turpo Pest Control. They'll come out and take care of all your bug problems in the yard, in the house. They can do it all. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. How'd Kyle do Friday? Was Kyle pretty good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. Listen to Kyle Vandergriff every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You're talking about, it's not just roofing. They can do anything. They're general contracting. They build, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. But if you're looking for a roof, TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. You're talking about a legendary family, local. Nobody's more local than Vandy family. They run the world. They're incredible. Also, Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Local? Yeah, I say he's local. He's a swim coach at Mosley. Does an incredible job. They've been in business since the 1970s. You're looking for an electrical bike like everybody is, you go there. They got new and used. Where are they located? Right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Go check out Steve's Bike Shop. Stevenson Air Conditioning. I love Jason. I don't care. Hey, it felt great in our house all night and all day yesterday. You know why? I did what Jason Kowaleski did. I went with Stevenson Air Conditioning, and so should you. You're talking about a local, graduated from Mosley High School, started this business. It's knocked a home run. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're the best, most honest company out there. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Roll Tide. We'll be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
The decision-making by Robert Kraft over the course of the last few years, significantly better than it was, obviously, when there was the pitting of Mayo and Belichick against each other, which hurt Belichick and hurt Mayo. If you said to Kraft, would you have a do-over in that moment, he would say, yes, I don't like the way I did it. But if you tell me it ends up with Mike Vrabel as the successor to Belichick, however you got there, unbelievable.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 49 with a brisk wind at 8 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 36. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a gentle breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 55 and partly sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WFLQ Port St. Joe. Panama City's home for Super Bowl 60. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama updates brought to you by the one and only Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. 29 degrees this morning, something like that. It didn't matter. We had Stevenson Air Conditioning. We were fine. If you don't, and that house is cold and your power bill's going through the roof, you're sitting there freezing, don't do that. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll come out. They'll solve all your problems. I guarantee you that. They are the best. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Well, again, we get a professional ball player. Didn't even help. He comes back. We still lose to Tennessee, 73-79. College football is going absolutely crazy. Basketball, everything is nuts. Alabama, we talked about what they needed. The play of the offensive line was pathetic last year. We gave up the fourth most sacks, 32. We had 8 different linemen play 170 snaps or 1,700 snaps or more this past year. Didn't matter. At the beginning of the year, we couldn't pass block, run block much at all. Did get better as the year went on, but a good job for his pass protection. And he listened to everybody. He knows what he's doing. He got rid of the coach. He just brought in a guy that played in the NFL, paid for the Patriots. I think he just coached for the USC. I forgot his name. Anyway, he's coming in to coach the offensive line for Alabama. I think that's really good. And I pointed out yesterday, I think the most important thing we need is a new strength coach. Don't get rid of the guy that's there now. Does a great job with the speed part of it. But we haven't been physically strong and built like we used to be under Scott Cochran. We need to get back on those free weights and hit them hard. I think they definitely need to do that. We got pushed around. I pointed out several times when Alabama made contact with a running back, or either way, offense, defense, whatever side, we were the ones getting pushed back. We weren't pushing people back forward. And I think we got to get stronger in the weight room. So I'm hoping he'll do something there. But here we go. And now the word before they made the hire from USC's offensive line coach, played for the Patriots. I think he won a Super Bowl. They had talked about Sam Pittman coming in and coaching the offensive line. Sam Pittman would be a good hire. I don't know, Jim. Would you hire somebody older like that? Has been a head coach. He did a great job at Georgia. Did a great job of coaching offensive line all those years. Become a head coach. He's kind of different. Changes you a little bit.
Yeah, when I saw that they were thinking about Sam Pittman, my original thought was that would probably be a good hire because he's been a line coach pretty much his whole career. But sometimes you need new ideas. And I've said this about Ohio State a bazillion times. I'll say it about Alabama. For offensive line, this is what I played, this is what I coached. Scheme matters. What you do makes a difference. If you give them predictable stuff all the time, you give them the same looks, teams are going to catch on to you. That's just the reality of coaching. And I thought they did a terrible job. In the 2 years that guy was there at Alabama with DeBoer, I thought they did a terrible job running the ball.
Yep.
I just don't think they were committed. I mean, their run game was more of a screen game. You know? It wasn't like we were going to line up, run it right at you. And
it does.
That
100%.
big offensive line, I thought they would lean on teams. They
don't do it.
And it just looked not very good. Like, how can you be that big, that physical, and just look that bad and get pushed around by smaller defensive lines? I mean,
and really, we talk about the offensive line. That goes back to the head coach and your practice planning.
For sure.
No, I know.
That's
how do you have Caden Proctor, who's like 6'7", 360? Okay, you line him up at left tackle, and you put a tight end next to him, and you double down on somebody, and you block down and kick out. You tell me they couldn't do that?
No.
With a 6'7", 360-pound offensive tackle, you couldn't block down on somebody?
Started as a true freshman.
But they used it as a tight end and was running like touchdown passes.
Yeah, instead of doing that,
like he's unathletic.
Instead of doing that gimmick crap, how about play real football?
Right.
I will say this: when that offensive coordinator, when I saw him, that we went through 4 or 5 weeks in a row, looked really good. Especially against Georgia, how he called the plays, he had them designed. It was unbelievable. But they never did anything in the running game, and that caught up with him. Yeah. And then I find out that's one of the reasons he got fired from Seattle. Is because the running game was pathetic, and you have to address that. You can't in the SEC or the Big Ten line up and throw the ball every play. You can't. You've got to be able to run the football, especially in those two leagues, physical leagues like that. You've got to be able to finish games.
Oh, for sure.
And the weather, and they were talking about him going to Michigan. I never thought that was a good fit because his offense wouldn't work up there.
No, I don't think so either.
I actually was kind of hoping they did get him if that's who they were going after, because I didn't just see him in the Big Ten being successful.
You and other people. All right, this is way too early. I love this. Way too early. And I'll go back and I'll research this and see if it comes true. Not. Way too early. We already know what's going to happen in Tuscaloosa that's coming up here. This is way too early. And at the very end, I'll tell you who it's by, because I don't agree with any of these. Week 1, Alabama opens up at home versus East Carolina. Alabama 48, East Carolina 17. Bama's 1-0. Week 2, Alabama 30, Kentucky. Yes, I said Kentucky. At Kentucky 20. Bama 2-0. Week 3, Florida State rolls into Tuscaloosa. Revenge game. Alabama 33, FSU 16. Week 4 of the season, Alabama 34, South Carolina 23 at home.
How is South Carolina ranked in the preseason top 25 after last year?
Yeah, really.
I mean, give me a break.
Who knows?
Number 5, well, I think we do. Number 5, Alabama 40, Mississippi State 23. That game will be played in Starkville. Week 6, Alabama 28, Georgia 27. That game's in Tuscaloosa. Good luck with that. Georgia's going to be good, guys. Georgia's going to be good. Week 7, Alabama goes on the road. They play the mighty Tennessee Volunteers. Alabama 26, Tennessee 24. Alabama 7-0. They're now ranked second in the nation, as far as you know. Number 8, Week 8, Alabama 27, Texas A&M 24. That game's played at Bryant-Denny. Week 9, on the road. The bubble breaks. Lane Kiffin, that wants to be in Tuscaloosa, wanted the job badly. We turned our nose up on him. We shouldn't have. LSU 26, Alabama 23. Bama loses down Baton Rouge. Week 10, Alabama bounces back. Closer game than the score indicates. Alabama 38, Vandy 20. That game's played at Vandy. Their quarterback gets back another year or two from the NFL.
15th year.
Yeah, he's still playing. Week 11, and he's not 6 foot. He's 5'9".
About 5'7".
Yeah, maybe
9 3/4 is what they measured in at the combine.
Alabama offense goes off in Week 11. He's unstoppable. Alabama scores 63 points.
Is it Mercer again?
They destroyed
Surfside,
Chattanooga.
Merritt Brown.
They destroyed Chattanooga at home, and then everybody's waiting. Everybody cannot wait for this game. Prime time, the Iron Bowl. Alabama 36, Auburn 20. Bama rolls in 2026. They make the playoffs. But hold your horses. This was done by Roll Tide Wire. Roll Tide.
Paul,
yeah.
He do that.
There's a thing up there called Roll Tide. They do all kinds of stories and stuff on Alabama football. So it's kind of biased, I would say. I think Bama's going to have a tough time next year.
I do too.
I think they're going to
breaking in new quarterback.
Okay, yeah,
I'm telling you, the quarterback. I feel good about it.
I do
Who's
too.
the
I think
quarterback
he's
going to
really
be?
good.
Austin Mack?
I know. It's going to be Russell, I think.
I think they got to play
Russell.
Russell. If they don't play Russell, he's going to leave.
This guy's a different animal. He's different.
But I will say this: if Mac does start, what I saw him and just limited snaps against Indiana, the guy's got some tools. I mean,
can run,
he can
throw,
run.
he can
His
use the whole
arms big.
package.
I didn't understand why he wasn't starting the whole year.
Okay.
After what I saw,
That's the reason I think NIL contracts have stuff.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm going to throw some water on your fire here, Scooter. So you say he's the real deal. He can run. He can throw. What about your boy playing in Seattle now? He's the best running quarterback I've seen.
But he couldn't throw.
Yeah.
No, he can throw the deep ball.
He can throw a deep ball. Here's my point again. Scheme matters. If that guy's really that talented, hopefully they're going to do something that he can do, that their offensive line can do. Because offense is the problem in Alabama, not defense. Yeah. Offense.
Yeah.
Big time.
Who's the running back? We lost the guy.
Is Jan Miller going to be there?
I don't know.
They really wanted the kid from NC State, I believe. The
exact same thing happened to them.
Yeah, right.
That happened to Clemson, but we didn't open our mouths. It makes me believe, are we doing the same thing?
Yeah.
We might be doing the same thing.
That's why Justin Haynes, you guys didn't make a run at him. Him going to Georgia Tech, I mean, I thought he was great at Alabama, great at Michigan. You got to manage his carries because he did have some injuries.
Yeah, that makes you wonder what the deal was with that.
Exactly.
You want to kiss and make
Georgia Tech has some money, so it would be just
But here's my thing. These players, these high-end players, always say, I want to maximize my talent and I want to be able to go to the league. Well, if you're a running back, probably the best college in the country to go to is Michigan because I don't like them, but they can run the ball. And they've been able to run the ball forever. And they'll run the ball going in the
plus they got the quarterback coming back.
So like you say, somebody slipped
that
in the
wide
bag.
receiver core got a little bit decimated. They got Ryan Williams back, but they lost Horton. They lost the other kid that was really good. I forget his name. What was the number
They'll
one?
go by somebody.
But they missed out on Coleman. So
right.
They
still got Teddy Bear Boy though.
Ryan Williams. That's the number one. It doesn't really make me excited. Plus the defensive front. They lost 2 starters there.
Where'd they go? Oh, that's right, Ohio State.
They ranked the top 15 greatest SEC players. Alabama had 2 on the list. At number 9 was Alabama linebacker All-American Derek Thomas, 1985 to 1988. Great football, unbelievable. Watch him in the NFL, he's incredible. Derrick Henry was number 15th, the top 15 players. He played in 2003 through 2015, won the Heisman Trophy. Leading rusher, beat Bo Jackson and Herschel Walker's record.
All right, Julio Jones isn't on that list?
That's what shocked me.
Are you kidding?
No.
Yeah.
You got to remember now, when Julio played, they ran the ball. He was a great blocker.
Right.
I got his statistics. They're not like you think. They're good, but they're not like you think. All right, let's take a break. We get back and talk a little bit about the Auburn Tigers. I do know what's going on with spring football there. We know the basketball team's starting to play well. They go on the road. We'll talk about Auburn in a second. But I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. I want to thank the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And we are pumped up, baby. We're pumped up about this. Peppers Mexican Grill. We want you out there. Jill and I are going to go Thursday night. Panama City Beach Parkway, right where, not far from Arnold High School. It used to be TG Fridays, I think, at one time was in there. Pepper's Mexican Grill. The food is incredible. And we had a big party there after Julie's acceptance speech. We got there probably about midnight when she got there talking. But it was great. We had a wonderful time. Thomas Ray was there. Coach Brian Norman was there. A lot of people were there. Jared Hale. We had a great time down there. Pepper's Mexican Grill on the Parkway. They also have a great one over in Panama City. It's right near the Holiday Inn, right across the street from the bridge. That's Highway 77, right? Mm-hmm. Highway 77. So you got 2 great locations. But listen, every Monday, all you military people go to one of these 2 locations. Military Day, 10% discount. Also, don't forget about the margaritas are incredible. I'm telling you, I know somebody had one. Wow. All you need is one, but get one, buy one, get one free every day. House margaritas, also draft beer. Go check it out. Pepper's Mexican Grill in beautiful Panama City and the legendary Panama City Beach. Again, come say hello to us Thursday night. We're going to be sitting in there having a great time at Pepper's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer, puts it in. College basketball is back.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
The SEC, ACC, and beyond.
Oh, he saw that coming,
The biggest games play right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 49 with a brisk wind at 8 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 36. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a gentle breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 55 and partly sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover your next adventure at Bill Bird Kia, where the road is yours. Start the new year in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. And don't miss this limited time offer on the purchase of a stunning new 2025 Kia K4 with sporty style, spirited performance, and 2.9% APR for up to 48 months. Thinking about the iconic Kia Soul, the 2025 model delivers its unmistakable silhouette and massive cargo space. It's the last of its kind. Purchase a new 2025 Kia Soul and get 3.9% APR for up to 60 months, but hurry before it's all gone. You get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia, the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us today at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia K4 with $22.09 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months, or a new 2025 Kia Soul with $18.37 per month per 1,000 financed in 60 months. Quantities are limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. New vehicles only. Not available on balloon finance. With 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 2226.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
Kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna. War damn Eagle, baby. I think, it still blows my mind that Auburn's had so many losing seasons in a row. You talking about a proud program. They won the national championship, 2010? Heisman Trophy players, national champ, SEC champ. For a team like Auburn to put up, and they didn't put it up. They got rid of coaches quickly there. Maybe that came and bit them and make the wrong choices, wrong decisions. What's going on with this thing? Give me a second. I think we're okay now. Anyway, for them to have that many losing seasons in a row blows my mind. Now, I think people are getting excited. I think they're embracing the new head football coach. I really do. I think they're getting pumped up about him. If you're not, you should. I've watched this guy myself. He's a great football coach. I think he's a really good job. And I said that also about Hugh Freeze. But I do believe this guy's going to do a great job at Auburn. But this is kind of shocking. You go back and look at the SEC, the last time each SEC team won a bowl game. You're going to be shocked who's last. 2025, Ole Miss won their last bowl game. Alabama, 2025. Texas, 2025. Florida, 2025, but not, you got to know the date of that game. LSU, 2024. Arkansas, 2024. Missouri, 24. Vandy, 2024. Tennessee, 2023. Georgia, I didn't realize this, 2023. I'll take the phone call just 1 second. Mississippi State, 2022. Oklahoma, 2021. I didn't realize that. South Carolina, 2021. Kentucky, 2021. And I can't read my writing. Auburn's dead last SEC team to win a bowl game. 2018. 2018 is the last time Auburn won a bowl game. That's crazy. Auburn is a great job.
Yeah.
And they got money.
They got players.
Who's on the phone?
Cincy Chris.
Oh, hell, he can wait. Let's take Cincy Chris. Good morning. What are you doing, Cincy?
Hey, just heading over the bridge right now. Just glad I'm not actually in Cincinnati where it snowed 18 inches and it's going to be below 20 for the next week.
Yeah.
So, and Jim, you think you could take a snowmobile from Cleveland to Canada right now over Lake Erie?
You probably could. Because I saw pictures of the lake right off Cleveland, and it was frozen. Man, I don't know how far out it goes, but you could probably try.
It only gets colder. It only gets colder.
You can walk across the Ohio River, I think.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll do that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. No, I wouldn't want to. No. So,
you follow that toxic waste, you're done.
True.
Well, we know the Cuyahoga's worse, so
right.
And,
hey, let's get personal though.
And the old and dingy. You can't forget about the old and dingy. Oh wait, I can't talk about the old and dingy.
Don't do that
one. That's the old and tangy, Coach Hale. In case you didn't know,
Buckeye
that goes
land.
through the heart of Columbus.
This is Buckeye talk.
The heart of Columbus.
I love it. Keep going. I'm listening. I'm enjoying this.
Well, okay, so I just want a couple counterpoints just because I like to be y'all's devil advocate. So here's the problem with the pros in college basketball is you got a Lithuanian kid that's 14 that signs a contract with Barcelona, and he can still play college basketball. So they're trying to make it where the European, like, why is it okay for the Europeans to sign a EuroLeague contract and not for the American kids to sign in the G League or whatever? And that's the problem that they're coming to, is legally you shouldn't allow the 14-year-olds that signed in EuroLeague to play in college basketball, but they are.
Who's he going to play with in college here? Do you know?
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them.
I'm just saying, yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, because Europe doesn't have the
college.
sports, the colleges. They don't have the school teams. They've got the club teams.
Right.
And so, like, you can get paid. Well, I mean, that's why. Well, Coach, you don't care, but that's why our soccer here, and that's why Arnold goes out and gets kids from all over the place. Because our soccer, that's why Europe and South American soccer is
let me correct you. People come to Arnold. They don't go out. People come to Arnold. Let's get the wording right. Arnold does not go out and get anything. They come to Arnold. Go ahead.
Well, it's because you used to coach there. But
that's right. That's right.
That they're 17-0 in the home.
But that's the problem is you got these. So I have an idea, and so when you're 17 or older, if you play a year of professional, I say that's a year of eligibility. Doesn't matter if you would have redshirted or whatever. I feel like if you're 17 or older and you play over in Europe or you play in the G League, that should be at least 1 year of eligibility. And that's one of my counters to all the stuff that's going on. I don't know if y'all agree with it or not.
Absolutely.
But,
absolutely.
But I feel like some kind of eligibility should be used. You shouldn't have any repercussions.
Where'd you say the guy was from? Where's the guy from?
Well, no, I'm just giving a generality. There are European players that sign at a young age because they go to academies. We don't have academies.
They're from Lithuania, Yugoslavia. I mean, people don't realize if you look at some of these
Serbia.
Arizona teams and even UConn, they get a lot of players from overseas that are European that have been in professional leagues since they were, like he was saying, 13, 14, 15 years old because they don't have the college structure over there. So they sign with these club leagues.
Doncic was in EuroLeague since he was 14.
Right.
Obviously he's the second overall pick at 18, but I mean, some of those kids have been playing against grown men since they were like 15, 16 years old. And they are getting paid, but then they get recruited and they come to the United States. So
my biggest problem is when you kind of leave college and then go to one of these developmental leagues and you make $5 million and you play 4 years over there, then you want to come back to college. That's where I have a problem. So I think your time clock should start at 18, but every year that you play in one of these developmental leagues, I think it's a great idea to just use that as your eligibility. If you play 3 years, maybe you get 1 year back. But at some point, we got to have some rules. Even on the European guys, they just seem to be younger when they get here, so they're usually that 18, 19 instead of 25 or 26, and I think that may be one of the differences. But, you make a great point about, apples to apples when we're looking at professional leagues and how they're getting paid. It's very similar to what's happening in Europe. They're just much younger.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I heard about is because when I played high school baseball, one of my buddies, his brother was like a 5th-round draft pick, but he flamed out after 2 years. They were thinking about back then in the early 2000s of letting those kids go to like D2 schools and play. But, because like a kid that's 18 might try to, when he gets drafted in like the 20th round, even though it's probably not going to go, he might just want to keep on playing baseball, but then he's never going to be able to get an education playing baseball because of the fact that he took money as an 18-year-old. So I don't know. It's all kind of confusing, and I agree that stuff needs to be changed. But it's just like where, someone's got to create something. I'm a laissez-faire guy. I'm never for more rules, but we need rules now. Like there needs to be some kind of adjudicating body saying that this needs to happen, or else there are actual punishable things. And then the other thing I want to get in is that if the SEC and ESPN come together, not ESPN, sorry, SEC and Big Ten together, they better structure a TV deal together. They better, because that's the problem y'all don't talk about is that ESPN, no offense, is controlling all this. CBS, NBC. Hey, we're complaining about the players, but it's these corporate people that are offering.
I don't see them giving up that power. I don't see them getting together on that. I don't think they're going to give that power up.
You got to be able to wrest it from them if you want to make some changes, though.
Yeah. I go back. I blame the Big Ten. I mean, we could have had this. They want 24 teams playing. I think they made a stupid decision there.
I think it's stupid.
They only wanted 4 automatics. They'd have got more 4 in.
He's getting more heat from fans and from administrators than people realize. That's not a true representative of what the Big Ten wants, especially coaches. They don't want 24 teams. If you got the entire top 25 in the playoffs, what's the point of the regular season? Because there's going to be teams that automatically, I don't care who they schedule, how many losses they have, they're going to, Notre Dame's, Ohio State's, Alabama's, Georgia, they'll be in if they have 4 or 5 losses.
And they can rest their players. Yeah, I'm with you.
To me, that's just way too much. I think 12 is too much, but I'm okay with that because the games have been exciting.
Let's go to 16 and leave it.
Well,
the best
12,
16.
but the best 12. Let's get rid of this Power 5 crap because they can't compete. There's no Cinderellas in college football. You got 85-man rosters. You got offensive and defensive lines. Those are grown men. Those teams can't recruit on that level. We've seen it with James Madison.
16 biggest
but y'all
pocketbooks.
Still need your minor league system, though. You still need your freshmen that can't play at Ohio State to develop somewhere else and then come up to the big leagues.
I think they should have their own national championship. I think they're a group of 5 national champions.
They do it in high school football.
Now, if they're in the top 12, however they make it there, then I agree they should be in the playoffs because they're one of the best 12 teams. But if they're not, then we should have a group of 5 national champion.
All schedules are not created equally. This is breakaway and get it done. Let's
Let's
get rid of the Cincinnati's of the world. Come on.
Are you going to start allowing people to play an SEC schedule that aren't in the SEC? Or the Big Ten schedule that aren't in the Big Ten? Are you going to start doing that?
I think we should have the easiest schedule we can get.
I'm just saying, are you going to start giving them TV money?
Chattanooga needs money.
Like the South Floridas, the Boise States, I think they play good enough schedules where you can kind of get a feel. Like when they play Florida, you get an idea. Of
James Madison, we got to fill that one.
See, that one I had a problem with. They didn't play anybody.
Tulane, we got to fill that one. Yeah.
If we drop,
we got to take a break, right?
If we drop Kentucky from the SEC and put in the Arizona State, will we see a difference?
No.
Maybe not. No.
No.
Yep.
Really.
That's my point, y'all.
Hey, I want you to come down to Peppers on Thursday night and see us. We're going to be down there having some great Mexican food.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love
Go
Peppers.
check it out, man. When you go in and tell them you heard from Coach Hale, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for calling, Chris. Love you, brother.
Yep, love you all too.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Hey, it's cold. Everybody's getting the flu. Everybody's getting COVID. You go see Jason Kowaleski. We're not saying you won't get sick, but when you do, you're going to recover quicker, and it's not going to be as bad. Jason, help me out. What can they take?
We got our immune down there, like I said, 20% off right now until we get through this flu season, just trying to get people healthier again. Also, we actually sponsor one of the semi-pro football teams out here, have had tremendous success over the last year or two. They have their kickoff classic coming up at Gavlac Sports Complex out there at Arnold. It's going to be on February 28th. Come out there and support these guys. A lot of great players. They got a great quarterback out there that I think went to Kennesaw State or something. He's a D1 prospect or was, and so they got a really, really good team out there, but a great group of guys that are based out of Panama City. So go out there and check them out. The Kickoff Classic is at Mike Gavlak Sports Complex on February 28th at 6 p.m. You can go to their Facebook page if you want to be a sponsor. They're looking for sponsors, but this is something that gives the guys an outlet that maybe didn't make it to the D1 level or college that can still continue to play and have a career out of it. So Panama City Panthers, go check out their Facebook and Instagram pages. A great group of guys, and they are looking for sponsors.
All right, some other great people we have. Dr. Ward, guy's incredible. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you have something that doesn't look right, feel right on your skin, don't play around, especially women. Breast cancer, skin cancer, two things they really have to be concerned with. And we don't care where you're at. If you're listening right now, there's an office near you. All it takes is 5 minutes. He'll check you, and you'll be glad you got checked out because it can be deadly, believe me. I got an appointment with him, I think, next week. Had some stuff that doesn't look right, feel right, so I'm going to go see Dr. Ward. Also, don't forget about that Cajun place on Thomas Drive. Great food, great atmosphere. Get out that Cajun place, have a wonderful time. Beef O'Brays in Lynn Haven. Thank you for the Auburn update. Get out to Beef O'Brays in Lynn Haven, have a great meal. Pat's the city commissioner over there, Pat Perno's restaurant, second to none. Beef O'Brays, Lynn Haven. We're already over there. Let's go see Russ and Amber. What can we get?
You can get a free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning right there on the spot. They'll do it while you wait and walk around, take a look at their new displays that they've got out for Valentine's Day. And also, you still got time to have that one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry personally designed by you and the craftsman there at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Keyword there is Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven. Get out to one of the four newbies. Have a great time. Love John and Charlotte. They're always giving back. Let's make sure we go support them. Got 4 wonderful locations. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski, Wildcat himself. Be right back.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Yeah, this doesn't happen very often. We're talking about Auburn a minute ago. I'll save some of the stuff for tomorrow since we get everything done. But anyway, get back to Auburn Tigers. They had the greatest football players of all time. Auburn definitely had some players in there. in the SEC. But this doesn't happen very often where you win a Heisman Trophy and win a national championship. Recent years, of course, Cam Newton, 2010, not only did he win the Heisman Trophy, he won the SEC championship, he won the national championship. That's a big deal, especially from the SEC. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. 2013 it happened, FSU, Winston, he wins the Heisman Trophy, wins the national championship. 2019, and I think they beat Auburn for the national championship.
Clemson.
Yeah. Oh, was it Clemson? Okay. 2019, LSU, Joe Burrow, he did it, wins the SEC, wins the national championship. Maybe the greatest run. They're going to argue who had the greatest team ever. Indiana, it was 16 wins. LSU, 2019. There was a couple other teams you could throw in there. 2025, Indiana does it. They win the national championship. They win the Heisman. I tell you what is that not a great story? What a great kid he is. What a great leader. His mother, everything she's been through, the dad, the family. And that play, I think we'll all remember, it stood out to me. And I don't know, it was a call. I don't know. Did y'all hear, if it was a quarterback draw called?
Yeah, it was a call.
Yeah, it was a
call.
Yeah.
Great call then. Great call. And the run he made, spinning in the air, diving over for the touchdown, that was, to me, that's a movie, man. They make a movie about this.
Basically encapsulated the entire season for them. I mean, just never give up fight. I mean, they didn't have superstars at every position, but they're so well coached and they executed at such a high level. The difference in that game, because I thought Miami was just as good talent-wise. I mean, the offense, defensive lines really dominated for Miami in that game. They made it really hard on them. But the two areas that, Indiana really kind of succeeded at throughout the whole season was the quarterback spot. He was much better than Beck. Beck made some mistakes. And just the mistakes. Indiana doesn't make mistakes. And if you look at the interceptions and some of the other, penalties that Miami took, and those back shoulder fades, those could have been penalties. They just completed the passes. But Mendoza was 100% accurate on those throws. Those are impossible to defend without, committing a penalty. Those were the two areas that Indiana was just better at, and they were better than everybody all year. So what a run, what a story. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see it again. Of course, we always say that, and then 2 years later, something else comes along. And the
losingest team in college football history was the national championship.
We talked about this a lot with the recruiting thing, about how many stars you got. I get tired of talking about it, but if you don't like for Mendoza, if you don't like him and like his story, there's something wrong with you. I mean,
two-star, wanted to walk on at Miami.
They didn't want him.
They didn't want him.
They didn't allow him
not
to
even
walk
to walk on
at Miami.
Then they, full circle last year, they came back and offered him as a preferred walk-on, and he thought about it. That's a hometown school, but you know what? You didn't want me at a high school. I'm going to go to Indiana and go where I wanted. So,
and good for him.
Full circle, come back to play in the national championship game in Miami was just it's things movies are written about.
Yeah, no question.
You go back and you look at their schedule, and you didn't think it was that tough. During the season, I watched him against Penn State, and I said, this team's nothing that great. But he stood out, though. That last drive, we were up in Birmingham at a sports bar, watched it, and he took him down the field, scored that touchdown to beat Penn State. I was impressed with him, no doubt about that. But I didn't think the team was that great. And then you look what they did. In the Big Ten championship, they beat the team nobody thought would lose. They had probably more talent than anybody else. They beat Ohio State. They go in the Rose Bowl and destroy Alabama. And those two games were two of the most watched in all of college football. Then they beat
the brakes off
Oregon. I mean, it's hard to beat somebody twice. Not really. They destroyed Oregon, and that was in the Cotton Bowl, wasn't it?
No, that was
Peach Bowl.
Peach Bowl.
Peach Bowl. But look at their fans. Rose Bowl. Well, the Big Ten championship, that's not a big road yet. But the Rose Bowl. Atlanta, in the last game, they go to Miami and win the national championship. They played at a level 3 or 4 weeks in a row is really hard to do. You can't play like that every single week, and they did. And I don't think they played as well as they possibly could have against against Notre Dame, not Miami. Yeah. But they still won the football game.
That had a lot to do with Miami, too. We got to give them credit because that defensive line's a problem.
The block punt was a big play. That was a gimme.
Huge. But, it just kind of encapsulated their entire season. Just never give up. They grinded. They made it work. I mean,
are they the greatest team that ever played?
No.
They won 16 games in a row, guys.
I would look at the 2000.
I don't care who you play. You win 16 in a row.
It's a great season, don't get me wrong, and it's tough because now you got to go through 3 or 4 really legit teams at the end of the year to win.
And
it used to be like just one team. Maybe it was the best team. Maybe it was a conference alignment. But to me, Nebraska, 96 was a freaking buzzsaw. Miami 2001,
LSU 2019,
LSU 2019, the Alabama team with Devontae Smith. Even though we didn't get to see the full, what they could have accomplished because it was the COVID year, that was a tremendous team. There's some older teams that we're probably, missing out on, some Oklahoma teams, stuff like that.
If they would have blown out Miami, like they did the other 3, if they won 3 blowouts in a row, then maybe we could have said it. But I don't care. You win 16 straight games.
It was great.
I wouldn't put them up against any of those teams. I'd love to watch it. The problem with those teams are you're talking 15 to 20 first, second, third round picks that went on to be NFL Hall of Famers and really successful at that level too. So we'll see how this team plays out in the future, but I would say maybe the best coach team in college football history because of the talent level wasn't on par with those, but the result was.
They were a great coach team, no question.
If you watch their zone defenses, because I hate zone defenses because I think guys just run to a spot and they don't cover the receiver very well. If you watch them, they match up so well within their zones. They're so well coached. Like they rush 3 a lot, and I hate that because I think you got to put a little pressure on the quarterback. But when you look at their back 7 and back 8, they're very sticky on the wide receivers. If they drop to a spot, he's like, okay, that's where the receiver is. He's breaking on the ball and breaking up the pass.
Especially that little Pons guy who's 5'9".
All right, we got to take a break. Don't forget, if you're looking for a roof, it's TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They build and design. They design, build commercial, residential. Listen to Kyle on every Friday. Patrick every Monday. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want your yard to look beautiful? You don't want any spiders to bite you? Go with Patrick. You're talking about local. Nobody's more local than them. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. Also, Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Steve's got the best, largest selection, new and used. Anything you can think of, they got right there at Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Bertishaw is the owner, and he's also the swim coach at Mosley High School. He didn't get more local than those things. Stevenson Air Conditioner, #1, the best, most honest guy out there. Love Jason, the crew down there. They're incredible. Stevenson Air Conditioner, #1. Also, upcoming games on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You got Orlando versus Cleveland. Monday at 6.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, Walker. Why don't you tell me to read that?
I thought you'd skip that one, but
I
thought you'd use
He's like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Use your spidey
Put it in front of me. I'm going to read it.
Vision is a good thing.
Auburn at Texas. That'd be a big one. That game tips off at 6 Wednesday. Friday, we got Orlando at Toronto. And then on Saturday, SMU versus Louisville. I like Louisville. We'll be right back.
Tonight, we're Kentucky versus Vanderbilt.
Louisville just got beat by like 40 by Duke last night.
Louisville did?
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord, fire him.
Yeah.
Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. Your home for the most live college basketball on the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 49 with a brisk wind at 8 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 36. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a gentle breeze and a temperature near 53. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 55 and partly sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Midsouth Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
time to live life grand at the new Point Grand Panama City apartment home. Now leasing spacious 2-bedroom apartments at Point Grand, featuring high-end interior and modern amenities like a relaxing pool, 24-hour gym, and on-site pet spa. Pet friendly at Point Grand. No breed restrictions, no weight restrictions. Come on over and tour the brand new Point Grand and bring your buddy. 723 West 19th Street, Panama City. Pop in now. 723 West 19th Street.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Play golf, I knew about that. And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jason and I were talking. We got some breaking news, Jason. Go ahead and break that for us.
Yeah, if you've been following college football offseason, Darren Mensah, the quarterback from Duke, there was some tampering issues with Miami, supposedly, that he had signed his NIL contract. Duke didn't want to let him out, so I guess they came to a resolution between Duke and between Mensah that to release him. He's free to go wherever he wants. He's free to enroll. That was the injunction that was ruled against him, so looks like he's going to be a free agent, and he's probably going to end up at Miami. So good for Miami and bad for Duke.
you got a millionaire down there, or whatever he is, whatever he is.
Yeah.
And they need a quarterback. They're going to go there. They go out and they find a quarterback.
Yeah, and they got one. So and he's pretty good.
Next year, who's going to be? Could LSU get up there and surprise people with Lane Kiffin and all the play? But then you can bring all these great players in. But they got to gel and play as a team. You can't have jealousy in the locker room. This has got to be a team effort. So I think there's different. Two things with Indiana. They were older.
Yeah.
Like Michigan was older. They're older, more mature players, more snaps, more reps. You get better the more you do something. And they played as a team. They loved and cared. You can see it. You can see they cared about each other.
Right.
And other teams you don't see them hugging each other. They don't see them talking much to each other. If you're not a team, I don't care how talented you are, you're not going to win a championship.
I think Miami's set up for success for the long term, or at least in the next couple of years. They got Moten back, the defensive tackle that was dominant throughout the playoffs. He came back. He could have been a first, second-round pick. They got some receivers coming in. Offensive line's going to be really good. Now they got their quarterback, so watch out for them again next year. Fletcher came back, the running back that ran really well, broke the college football playoff record.
What about Indiana?
They lost some players, and Mendoza was such a huge part of their success. The accuracy on his throws, the kind of heart and soul of that team.
Yeah.
They brought the kid in from TCU. That one's got to play out a little bit for me. Signetti's still a great coach, but Jimmy's and Joe still win the games. So
let me ask you this: when you just brought his name, but Indiana, Georgia, Texas, and all these guys that coach for Saban, they had us ranking his tree. Who's the best coach? Would you have Kirby at number one or Indiana's?
I would have Kirby. I mean, I got to see Cignetti sustain it. He had a magical run.
Where would you rank him? Would you have him second?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
I would.
I'd have him ranked second. What he did with what he had is the most impressive thing I've seen in college football from a coaching perspective.
And the thing about it, because in Alabama, the way they think, we could have had him. He could have been in Alabama. And I really believe he did an unbelievable job at Alabama. He was there before. I don't know if it's
luck or the guy knew what he was doing, but whoever hired him at Indiana hit a home run.
He sure did.
And now he's getting paid, $10, $12 million. So
we were talking about Nick Saban. He brought up what he's making. What they wouldn't tell you the exact, but multi-million dollars for ESPN.
It's multi-million.
$500,000 University of Alabama to go to the games and make sure the big money people are happy.
Right.
They keep giving money.
Want to take a quick phone call from it's Big Nate, I think he said?
Yeah, let's take a phone call. Good morning, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys? I had an idea. You were talking about portal and money and all this stuff going on, and I had an epiphany. I was like, if you bring in a freshman and he plays for you for 2 years and you're developing that player, he wants the portal out. I think there should be a limit of the amount of money that he's able to receive from an opposing team. And I think the team that brought him up through the system should be able to cap him out more, which gives him more incentive to stay with that school.
Amen.
They do that in professional, I think, basketball. So if you re-sign with the regular team, you can make much more money in your contract than if you leave for another team. So I think that's smart. Plus, I think there's buyouts now. I think these NIL collectives are getting really smart. So they're signing you, and they're saying in these things, if you leave, we own your NIL rights. So if, say, Miami plays this Duke quarterback $1 million, actually Duke gets that money. Now, they can pay him on the side something else, but so they're getting very creative with this because there is no law enforcement in college football. So, but great idea to me.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
All right. Thanks, man.
But Saturday made multiple. It said multiple $1 million for ESPN.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give the figure, $500,000. But he's got so much money put away. It's incredible. Owns those car dealerships. And his tree, his coaching tree. They did the top 10 coaches. Indiana's coach was number 1. The guy's not working anymore at all. Is at number 10, and that was Jim McElwain. We all know what happened there. Spygate, I think, got him.
Yeah.
At number 9 will be Ole Miss Golding. Number 10, Key, Georgia Tech. I think he's a really good coach. Number 7, I was shocked that this far back. Number 7, they got Stark at number 7, Texas. Kiffin, it was number 6, LSU. Lanning at Oregon was number 5. Cristobal, number 4, Miami. Jimbo Fisher, number 3, Texas A&M. I saw him last night on TV. And Kirby was second, and Indiana's coach was number 1. This is by, I didn't write down who it was by. Do you agree with those? I don't agree with those.
Not 100%. I think Kirby with 2 is still.
Did you have Jimbo at that high up at number 3? He did.
I mean, if you go body of work, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, he won a national championship.
But, if you're going more recent bias, then you would probably have, Cristobal ahead of him and maybe Lanning. But Lanning gets blown out in big games in the playoffs, so that's been.
How much time we got?
Shine's been a little.
All right, let's go back. I want to ask you guys seriously now, no kidding. They rank his hiring. What did you think? I thought it was a home run hit. I think he thought outside the box. The guy's got to know football. It can't be just his daddy, but that does help big time now with NIL money. Tell about what we're talking about.
So Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator, I think, with the Bears, with some other NFL teams. Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Head coach. Really good run game.
Head coach with the Falcons.
Yeah.
So. The Steelers.
But his dad did start FedEx. I mean, he's worth billions of dollars.
FedEx out of
Tennessee.
Nashville.
So I know a lot of people think just with the connection that they're just going to throw a bunch of NIL out there. I don't think he got hired to pay NIL out. You know what I'm saying? He got hired to run an offense at Ohio State. I think if you were questioning it, you got to look at the Matt Patricia hire. Last year everybody's like, "Oh, he was terrible at this place. He's no good. He failed as a head coach." Well, if you look at his, coordinator experience, was one of the best defense coordinators in all of the NFL. Worked under Bill Belichick. Same way with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is a great offensive coordinator. Now he's different. He's more run oriented. He's going to, play a lot of 11, 12 personnel, which is 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets. He uses a fullback every now and then. Run a lot of play action. But I think Ryan Day wants to get back to that. If you look at the team that beat him this year, Miami, they were very physical. They ran more of a pro style offense. I think they want to get back to more dominating the line of scrimmage on offense, running the football. So I'm going to wait and see as far as the offensive coordinator side plays out, but I think a guy with that much experience, head coaching experience in the NFL, can only be a good thing because Ryan Day still got his fingers on the passing game aspect and the quarterback, so I think it would be a good marriage for them.
Jim, what do you think about it?
It's one of those, I think it's a wait and see kind of thing, because when Matt Patricia was hired last year, people are just, he's not the head coach. He's not coaching the Lions. He's the defensive coordinator at Ohio State. Same thing here. Arthur Smith is not going to be the head coach. He's going to be coaching the offense at Ohio State. And he's got a lot of experience with the Titans. When they threw the ball, ran the ball, had Derrick Henry, they did very well. And the other thing is, I'm a Cleveland fan, so I don't like the Steelers so much. But the Steelers' offense, compared to what the talent that Ohio State has at that level, Ohio State's got way better talent at their level than the Steelers have at their level. I mean, yeah, they got Aaron Rodgers, but he's 43 years old or whatever, What do they have to support him that Ohio State doesn't have at their level? I think it's going to be a wait and see. I think he's going to do fine. I don't think there's any problem at all.
No.
All right, Jason, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Everybody's getting sick. Just give us a couple items that we go look for. You can try before you buy it. I know what I take. I know it works. What would you recommend?
The Immune is great for this time of year. 20% off right now. Come try a free sample bar. Embody 570. We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, we're out. We'll see you tomorrow. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
First of all, let's just go ahead and wrap the college football championship trophy in a big old red bow.